Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough, here's Stephen Howson, and today we're here doing something a little bit new. Firstly, follow us on Snapchat at FTDevils. Steve, tell the people, wagwan.
We're going to read out your video. I'm not going to read them out, actually. We're going to play your videos, and they're going to appear on the screen somewhere, and then we're going to answer your questions. And we hope we get some football questions, and not just loads of weirdos, but I think there's going to be a lot of weirdos.
I don't want football questions.
You just want the weirdos? I think you're in luck.
I want weirdos, I want freaks.
I think you're in luck.
Get the freaks
Right,
out
get them
for the
open.
lads.
Let's try the first one. Amy McInerney, 9.
Oh, she's always on Daily, innit?
Carrick or Herrera? What do you think about what's going on with Luke Shaw and Anthony Martial?
Carrick or Herrera?
Carrick or Herrera? I think there needs to be more depth to the question, Amy.
That's like
As in
saying
what?
mum or
Which
dad.
one do I want to go ice skating with? Which one do I want to play number 6? Which one do I think's got the best long range shot? Which one do I think likes paella the most?
Who smells better? That's Michael Carrick. Who gives the better hugs? That's Ander Herrera.
Obviously.
But it's like choosing between your mum and dad, isn't it? It's just impossible.
I think what she's asking is, can Ander Herrera do Michael Carrick's job when he's not filling in? And I think
He's too wild.
not the same way Michael Carrick does it. I think he can do that job, but not the same way Michael Carrick does it. And he's going to suffer if he does do that job in the same way Michael Carrick suffered for not being Roy Keane when he first came to the club.
And I think Herrera's. I mentioned he was too wild. I think in the sense that Carrick is so composed. Herrera hasn't got that. I think that level-headedness to be able to just sit there calmly. He's always like running around into things, which is perfect foil for Carrick. But I don't think he's a like-for-like replacement at all. But
Second part of the question, what's going on with Luke Shaw and Anthony Martial? I think there's going to be a lot of questions that touch on that. What I think is going on is the same thing that happened with Mkhitaryan and actually with Phil Jones as well. When he feels it's right for them to come into the team, they will come into the team. I definitely think we need more power and pace and more presence on that left-hand side because we're very right-hand side dependent at the moment. And when the time is right, those two players will come into the team and they will be good, I think.
I hope Martial doesn't end up leaving Manchester United. It's my biggest fear.
It's rubbish.
Under Jose Mourinho, don't get me started, see. Under Jose Mourinho, when Jose Mourinho came in, now I'm totally happy with what Jose Mourinho is doing so far. But when he came in, one of my concerns was that younger players, the likes of Martial, the likes of Shaw, may falter. We've seen what he's done with the likes of Robben in the past, Hazard in the past. And I just hope the same doesn't happen to Martial. Martial's obviously tweeted this week. He's happy, he's buzzing. So that's all good to me.
And that's what everyone's saying. His agent's saying it, Jose's saying it, everyone's saying it. It's just the papers are trying to attack United. Open the next one.
Burko 10.
Do you think Januzaj has a future at Old Trafford?
Januzaj.
Nope. Next question.
Really?
Really?
Do you think he's found his level?
I think he's even struggling at this level. He doesn't look great at Sunderland, does he?
Well, that's wrong because he looked good the other day.
Okay, so one good game in a season means you
I
had a good season.
don't think he has had one good game. I think he has benefited from playing more football.
He's had two good games.
He has been like, Jermaine Defoe loves him. I can tell that. Like he's one of the only guys on his level. Some of the passes, I know it was against Crystal Palace the other day, but one of the passes for Defoe's goal, I think it was his second goal of the day, Januzaj's pass to him was excellent. But I do think you're right in the sense that he won't be back. And it was disappointing to hear what Warren Joyce said about him, about his attitude. It's sad to hear things like that players with such talent have such
Also
egos.
saw him refuse to sign autographs for young kids as well at an academy game that he wasn't even playing at. He was just hanging around and some kids come up to him and said, "Can I have an autograph?" And he went, "No." And that was not long after he made his debut and I was like, wow. Imagine that. Next question.
You know what, yeah? Whoever that kid was, come to me. I'll do a fake Adnan Januzaj autograph. Say whose name?
Yeah, I'm queuing it up because it takes weeks. How about relax? We're fucking on it. Jack Gildy.
Jack Gildy.
When do you guys believe realistically we'll be champions of Europe again? Sending love from Australia.
Imagine putting an hat on to pretend you're from Australia.
You know what? I didn't hear the question.
He says, when do you think we'll be champions of Europe again?
Next season. What I loved was that Jack, fully Starkers, just the hat on. Love it.
He's from Wickham. Why are you pretending you're from Australia, mate? Stop chatting shit. But yeah, next season, next question.
God's gift. That's me, that is. Have you seen how he was the 91st person to choose that name?
Yeah.
God's gift.
That's how original that was, mate.
It's the lads in
He's still in school, lad. When will he get the golden boot, or will he get
the goal boot? He's one behind top goal
I
scorer.
think he will, yeah. I think he will.
Lukaku.
I'm a big fan of Lukaku. You're a big fan of Lukaku. I think he'd be an excellent guy to take on what Ibra has done if we continue in this same sort of system. But I do think United are going to score more goals in the second half of the season. And considering the guy scores most of our goals, it's going to be him. Definitely.
Just think if he scored all his chances, would have been able to give him the golden boot at Christmas.
Undoubtedly.
Idiot.
Jam 774.
Who's your favourite player and why?
Current all-time left-footed. What? Come on, man. You got to give us more depth than that.
That snap was like 3 seconds long. It took him 2 seconds to start talking, and the whole question had come out of that. That was great stuff. Favourite player and why? My current favourite player and why? It's a toss-up between Timothy Fosu-Mensah and Anthony Martial. If you mean in the current team, and Ander Herrera, it's one of those three. Favourite player ever, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs or Eric Cantona. Eric Cantona made me fall in love with football, though.
Ditto. Eric Cantona made me fall in love with football. Cantona is my
Probably
be-all,
made me fall
end-all.
in love, to be honest.
Opposition player that never played for United, R9. I think yours is the same. Current favourite player in the squad? Obviously Rooney.
Oh, you would have loved to have been that day me and Sam met R9.
I know it would have been.
I'm just going to tell you about it again.
Oh, go for
A
it.
great day. The day before.
What did he smell like?
He smelled beautiful. And you know what as well? He was so happy to see us.
Did it smell like titty bars and alcohol?
Yeah. And it was like,
It was
like he'd never had a fan come up to him before.
Really?
So he was like really smiley and really happy to see us. And everything.
I
Sam
can't
Humble,
imagine that he's never had a fan come up to him.
Thank you for sharing
El
one
phenomenon.
of the greatest moments ever with me. R9. And we asked him,
I know.
did you ever have a chance to come United? He goes, no. Fergie, what were you playing at?
Did you not ask him, would he have come if he did?
No, he was like, we were like, you should have signed for United. He was like, I never had a chance to.
But did you say, would you have though?
But that's what he meant. He was like, if I had a chance, I would have.
That's the next
You
question.
had it here first. I'm the new Indian.
Can you imagine him in that treble winning side? David Beckham putting balls into El Phenomenon. Oh my God! It'd have been cheating.
Wouldn't have needed calling you.
It would have been.
Put R9 up
It'd have been cheating. It'd have been cheating. Wouldn't have been fair. Kumar Sajan.
Has the competition of the league title been on a decline, judging by the fact that 8 out of the last 10 winners had been leading the table in February?
No.
Should the Premier League force clubs to spend a part of their revenue on their academies, something which has been done in Germany for a long time?
What was that?
Should the Premier League force
clubs
you?
spend their revenue on?
No, they shouldn't force you.
On what?
On the academy. No, they shouldn't force you. You should want to do it. But I think you should maybe implement some sort of quota where you have to play, I don't know, 4 academy players named in the match day 18 or something, or 5 academy players named. If that's what the FA wants, if the FA wants to increase English participation, I think that's one way, or not necessarily English, just academy participation, then you should do it by a quota in the match day squad. And I think that would be a good way to do it. You can't force clubs to spend on their academy because just spending money doesn't necessarily mean anything. What if you're, say, a Bournemouth and you can do it really frugally and bring players through to the academy? Why should you be forced to spend money that could be spent on improving stadium, improving facilities, and things like that? You shouldn't be forced to spend a percentage of anything on anything. You should just spend whatever you need to and be able to operate the club under a certain budget. You shouldn't force clubs to spend anything on anything. But I do think that there should be some sort of
I disagree.
quota. Well, you would do. You're a muppet. So
I
don't think.
I'm just throwing something out there because
I think that there's definitely something that can be done to improve it. The League Two, Premier League 2 is awful standard as well for starters. The under-18s league's fairly competitive, but it's still not enough. The Premier League 2 is just not competitive.
I think if you stayed in
it's too big a step.
it's like when Gus left. Like I wasn't surprised because if you stay there till you're like 23, no 23s, you've wasted 3-4 years.
You know why it's 23, don't you? Because Scudamore reckons that's the average age at which players make their debut from coming through the academy into the first team. If it's 23, it's too late, I think, especially at United. You've got to be knocking on the door between 19 and 21. I think that's the right sort of age. If you're good enough, it's obvious then. And then people are going to start hammering, like they was for Goss, like they was for Tuanzebe.
Rooney was 16.
Rooney was a special player at that age.
No,
as
but
well.
that 16.
It doesn't happen often.
Crazy how he's had to do. I know it's going off topic a little bit, but crazy how he's dealt with that pressure from such a young age. When I was 16, I was Lopez Lisbon.
What are your thoughts on Adnan Januzaj and Andres Pereira? Do you think they have done enough to convince Jose Mourinho that they deserve a place at United? Wayne Rooney might not be playing his best football at the moment, but do you think United should allow a legend like him to leave in the summer? With so many attacking players already at United, should we sign Griezmann? Or will the likes of Rashford and Martial step up next season?
Oh my God, how many questions do you want to send?
Let's answer the first question.
Right, Januzaj. We
spoke about Januzaj. Pereira's a good one.
Pereira, I think, has gone on loan, and he's. I mean, did you see him against Real Madrid? He was in the
his
wrong
goal.
colour shirt.
You see his goal against Las Palmas.
Oh. So, yeah, Pereira's gone out on loan and elevated his status. He's going to come back to Old Trafford and be like, how'd you like me now? Yeah, whereas Januzaj is going to come back and be like, should I empty that locker out? So, I think Pereira's definitely gone on loan and proved it.
Here's something.
Go on.
Here's something.
Go on.
Mickey Carrick ain't signed his extension yet. He might be.
They only started doing
Andreas
it now.
Pereira against Wigan in pre-season. He came on at number 6.
It's not him, though.
No,
he's not.
Is that something he could develop into?
I don't think so. I
Could
think
he
he's got that
become
instinct.
one of our main central midfielders, though?
I think he's far too attacking. I think he's a number 10. I think he's arguably an inside forward. I don't think he's an 8 or a 6. I don't think he's combative enough to be an 8, and I don't think he's got that positional awareness to be a 6.
I disagree.
But I do think he's a fantastic player, and I do want to see him play there.
Great baller.
Yeah, but he's a final third player. He's not a middle third player.
No, he is. I agree. He's more dangerous in that final third. I think he has such a footballing brain, and I think he's so clever on the ball, either switching it sideways, forwards, dribbling around with it. I think he could do that job quite easily, to be honest. I'm not saying it's his best role, but
no, he's definitely a final third player and very, very good at it as well.
What a guy!
What was the middle question?
And the fact that we've
do you
got
think we
Andreas
should allow
Pereira and the likes of Timmy Fosu-Mensah means youth players should be getting into our team.
Defo. Anyway, the next question that he asked was, do you think Rooney would be allowed or should be allowed, I think, I can't remember what he said, to go in the summer? And I think yes to both.
Yeah. Philip Nico.
Adam and Steve, who do you reckon we need to bring into the summer? Like, what positions do we need to improve? Who do you reckon Jose will bring? Thanks.
Nice signed shirt there in the back.
Seen it?
It's a new one as well.
Yeah, seen it.
Wonder who's on that.
Is it Bebe? Who do I think he'll sign and who do I think we need? I think Griezmann looks like he's coming. I think everything points towards that. If he doesn't come in, that's the biggest honeydicking we've had since Schneider and Gaetan. That's monumental honeydicking that we've had. If he ends up going elsewhere or not moving.
I used to wake up and look on teletext every day praying for Clive. Remember the page?
Hang on, what was the other part of his question?
Column.
Who do you think we should
Straight
sign?
after I played Bamboozled.
I played Bamboozled.
That,
Kids don't know about teletext.
They copied it. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire stole that idea from Bamboozled. Did you know that?
Even with Chris Tarrant's face.
Chris Tarrant, you fraud.
Who do I think we should buy? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Do you remember Beehive Bedlam on Sky?
No.
Do you remember that? That was mint as well. Rupert Murdoch's a knob though. Don't get started.
Who do I think we should sign? That's another question. I don't know. You have to really go through what you think's going to stay and what's going to go. It's not.
I've heard talk of like people like Verratti and people like that.
I don't think we're getting Verratti.
I don't think we're getting Verratti, but we need someone like that more than we do need a Griezmann.
I agree. I think someone like a Bakayoko, somebody in that sort of mould, a Kante style mould. I think that's.
Bakayoko.
Mourinho obviously wanted that because he was going for several players, including Kante, at the end of the summer. So I think that's a combative midfielder, someone that he wants, and I think that's probably someone we need. So look at this one. Leon Ithesi.
Hi Adam, I am Leonid from Kosovo. I just wanted to say hi to all of you, and I always watch Full-Time Devils. Hope we will meet in the future.
What a guy, Leon from Kosovo. He just wants to give us a big shout out.
Hi. No
Mate,
question. Hi.
Shout out you, hold tight you, all our Kosovo Reds and Reds beyond. We love you all, man.
Abby MU20.
You know what? Without you lot, we're pointless. No one even likes Steve when he's off camp. No one likes him. Only you lot at all.
Abby MU20.
Manchester City are
That's going in. That's going in. Thomas Kenny.
Do you realistically think that Griezmann will go to Manchester United in the summer?
Yes.
Yeah. HB Stores.
Hey Adam, how are you? I'm Banks for France and I just want to know what happened with Martial. It's my guy. We heard a lot of rumors around here, so we just want to know if it's true or false that Mourinho want him out this summer.
No.
No, wait.
No.
Wait. His agent was doing some naughty stuff on the other side of the season, around the transfer window, when Martial was in and out of the team. So there has been reason for concern. When one of your best players is only in 2 out of the last 6 match day squads, which is fact. I don't want to hear about, yes, Mkhitaryan, but look at Shaw, look at Mkhitaryan. These are facts. Jose Mourinho doesn't have the greatest of record developing young players.
All right, but
now,
what I'm
there
going
was
to say
always
is...
a chance that Anthony Martial is going to react negatively to the treatment of Jose Mourinho and think, you know what? I don't need this stress. I'm going to do one. And that has been my fear. Now, of course, Jose needs to raise the levels here. He needs to raise the levels and make everyone need to earn their spot to play. But I also think he needs to be a bit wary of how he does treat. But it's been great to see that Marshall's come out and said, nothing's happening.
3 things. You said he's not been in 2. He's been in 2. It's 2 starts. He's been in the matchday squad more than that, but he's had 2 starts.
No, in the last 6 games, he's been in 2 of the matchday squad.
I'm sure it's more than that.
2 of the last 6.
He's been on the bench and not come on.
2 of the last 6. Wigan and
But
Liverpool.
anyway,
I checked it yesterday.
prior to the last game, though, he'd actually started equal amount most of those games out of all the attacking midfielders. So he was getting a break.
But he should be.
Either way. Right, so he'd started as equal most games. And Jose Mourinho himself said, I've got other players that need game time. There's a long season. He's going to get games. He's rotating through these sides.
So why are you playing Zlatan every game?
Right, exactly. Well, I don't agree with that either. But I'm just saying what Jose Mourinho is doing. His agent was being a knobhead agent. That's what agents do. He was talking shit. I don't think there was any basis on any of it in the summer, and there wasn't any basis of what's going on now. The papers are just looking to say, oh, he didn't pick him after he played well. Well, Bastian Schweinsteiger got a goal, assist, and man of the match, and was straight out of the squad.
Bastian Schweinsteiger isn't a 21-year-old.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He was out of the squad, and no one mentioned that because everyone's got this thing in their head because of the press that there's a problem with Marshall. Marshall himself tweets it. His agent says it. Jose Mourinho says there's no problem. So guess what? When 3 sides say there's no problem, there's no problem.
Marshall tweeted it yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, as we speak now, Marshall tweeted it yesterday.
Yeah.
There has been reason for concern. For everyone to say there's no concern, there's no problem. That is bullshit.
I would like to see him back in the team.
Jose has
there's no concern.
Jose has a look what he did to Hazard in his last season at Chelsea. Look what he did to Robin. Yeah. These are things that happen
Maybe
with
he's
flair
learned.
attacking players.
Maybe he's
they
learned.
react negatively to it. Must hide the bomb. Worrying.
Who would you rather sell, Bailly or Smalling?
People do these things and then like, oh shit, I've recorded myself, let's go, I must go quick. What's the point? Don't get scared.
Who would you rather sell, Bailly or Smalling? What sort of madness is that? Bailly's had an almost flawless record when he's played.
All these kids, yeah, they're on Snapchat all day sending pictures of themselves and Mohit kicks cats.
Alright, my question is, does Rashford need to, give in a loan transfer and so that he can improve on his skills and
I said at the start of the season that if he wasn't going to play, I wouldn't like to see him go out on loan, and people lost their shit because they don't listen to what I actually say. I said if he wasn't going to play. Now, he's actually played quite a lot of football this year, so he's able to learn here. So, no, I would rather him not go out on loan. I would rather him learn at the best place. If you're not getting games, yeah, but you are getting games. He definitely needs to get more game time up front, but the way teams sit back against us, the attributes of Marcus Rashford are not going to help us score goals. You need someone who's able to play with his back to goal, and that's not Rashford. Rashford's better when played in tandem with someone like Zlatan who can slingshot him in behind the defence. When there's no way to get in behind the defence, you're going to struggle with Marcus Rashford, I think. He's doing well, but you've got to remember this, not even 12 months ago, 99% of people watching this didn't even know who he was, so you've got to remember his trajectory has been massive. The adaptation to playing Premier League and international football, which is what he's doing, is massive. Be patient, he'll get there.
I think one thing that needs to happen though is he needs to start playing up front. I think we keep playing Zlatan up front, Rashford, Martial out wide. We never rest Zlatan and we never give anybody else a go up front. So when we're in games and Zlatan's having a bad game, or he keeps dropping deep, or he keeps doing this, we can never change things around.
I prefer Marshall got the 9.
Played up top. And it's like...
Marshall's better at number
obviously,
9.
He's a striker. He knows how to play up top. Marshall's obviously a striker. He knows how to play up top. But they haven't played up top for Jose Mourinho. And I think against the likes of Zoya and Northampton and people like this, we should have been putting these guys up top and letting them go at it. But we didn't. And I think we missed a big opportunity there. And that's why I think we're starting to see Zlatan look a little bit tired. But anyway.
All right.
You got a face for starters. We don't answer that, do we?
The guy's got his name as Identify. Well, identify yourself.
Ryan. That's your real name?
Yeah. Ignore next one.
With your red comic relief face.
Whippy Lomax.
Hey, do you guys think that Manchester United will get top 4 and qualify for Champions League?
Yeah!
Levito.
Do you think United should be playing with 2 strikers up top?
Sometimes.
Yeah, not every time. It's not working, but it's in vogue at the moment, playing 2 strikers up front. Juventus are doing it, Leipzig are doing it. You've seen Atletico Madrid do it occasionally, not all the time. Leicester did very well with it last season. With the right personnel, the right players, I definitely think there's a place for it.
I like that we tried it the other day, and then what I like about Jose is he'll try something and change it.
Yeah.
He's not like a Pep Guardiola or an Arsene Wenger or a Louis van Gaal even, where they're stuck in their ways.
I've decided this is how we're playing, so you need to win like that. Yeah, he saw it didn't work, he changed it, and he changed it for the better. So yeah, I mean, Jose got a 10 out of 10 at weekend.
Jack.
Yo guys, what's up? Love the channel. If we fail to sign Antoine Griezmann in the summer, who do we get in?
Lukaku for me.
See, I don't think that is an alternative for Griezmann at all.
No, it's not an alternative in terms of the type of player, but I think you're not going to sign Griezmann and Lukaku together in one window. You probably, if you sign Griezmann, you're looking at Zlatan being phased out. You might not sign him ever anyway. So I think if we didn't go for Griezmann, I wouldn't mind seeing Lukaku. Can you imagine if he does play 2 up front and it being Lukaku and Zlatan?
I don't think that would work. I would like Lukaku though. Kazdan.
How will Mkhitaryan or Rojo and Jones perform next season?
I didn't hear the question.
How will Mkhitaryan and Rojo and Jones perform next season?
All right. Gibbo, let's see what Gibbo's got to say.
What do you think about Martial's latest tweet?
Facing it, Muppet.
What do you think about Martial's latest tweet? Love it.
Benja Bunny.
Do you think we've actually finally been able to just take our chances like we haven't done the past few games? Because in the aftermath of this match, everyone has been like, "What was that? Where was that on Wednesday?" But honestly, Hull wasn't the team that came to attack us.
What are you on about?
Not clear, because it was like skiing the Alps or something.
Where are you
like
anyway
that.
with it being that cold?
I think what he was saying was about the press, about how not many teams come out to attack us, and about how United's performances have been. But I think we've got to expect teams to do that. Under Sir Alex Ferguson, teams always came to Old Trafford, sat back with 2.
But do you know what? No, they didn't always do that. They didn't always do that. I remember in the early 90s, teams actually came and tried to play against us and got blown away. So there was at some point that changed where teams actually sat defensive against us. But I just don't remember it as much as I've remembered it in recent years. I might have to go and watch some videotapes and see what the crack was. But yeah, I think
what you'll find now as well is that
we're making more chances. You make more chances, you will get more goals. It leads from one to the other. The problem is when you're not making chances and not scoring goals, as we saw at times under Louis van Gaal last year, that's when it's difficult to change. You make the chances, ultimately the chances are going in the back of the net.
I think what we're seeing as well is that, particularly with British culture as well, I think back in the day, everyone played 4-4-2, 2 strikers, 1 big man, 1 little man.
We always looked at Italy, was like, Italy's all defensive first.
It was all crap. And then I think nowadays, even the likes of Sean Dyche, Eddie Howe, they're more tactically astute.
I'm not going to say it was all crap, because if you look prior to the ban after Heysel, there was English clubs in every single, English clubs dominated Europe. And then coming out of that, once the Champions League really got going, you see Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, United featuring in tons of finals. So the English way is not necessarily a bad way. There's just a little bit of a lack of a stamp on Europe at the moment from English clubs. I think it just goes in cycles, doesn't it?
No,
Remember in the 90s, Italy, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus was the biggest things in the
England
world.
Now
they're on the way. It's just,
they
it
haven't
goes in
got
cycles.
Back in the day, United wing play fast, get at them. I know that sounds very cheesy and very cliche, but there was a lot of energy to it. English football hasn't got, like Spanish football, you know what to expect. German football, you know what to expect.
No, you know what to
English
expect from
football
like 1 or
hasn't
2
got
teams. Because Barcelona,
style or
Atletico and Real
image.
have all got 3 different styles of play.
Wish English football's cracking. They always try and copy someone else. Oh, what are they doing over in Germany? Oh, what are they doing over in Spain?
That's why Ranieri did well last year, because it was
how
like...
about you learn your own
Liam Crook.
Which 3 teams you see going down
for the Premier League and why?
I hope Leicester go down.
Hull.
I don't think Hull are going down.
I don't
Hull
know
ain't
actually. I
going
think
down.
with Silver, they've picked up a few points recently, haven't they? I think Swansea look like they could be in trouble. I think Leicester. I think the players almost themselves seem resigned to it happening.
Leicester gone.
Crystal Palace look like they're in a lot of trouble. I think Palace might be gone.
I think Marco
got one
Silva
win in-
might save Hull. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see Swansea get saved.
And I think
I
David
think Aitor
Moyes.
Karanka's position at Middlesbrough is. I think Aitor Karanka, if he stays, Middlesbrough will not go down. But there's a lot of weird things going on at Middlesbrough at the moment, and I think if he does end up leaving, like you hear him blaming fans, blaming players, blaming this, blaming that. I think if Aitor Karanka leaves, they could end up going down because I highly rate him as a coach.
And I think Sunderland are going to definitely struggle.
Sunderland and Leicester going down would be mint. I'd love that. Absolutely. Why did people give Dave grief for saying he wanted Leicester to go down?
Yeah. Guess what?
Let's
Sport
have-
United.
Let's
That's
have
it.
happy clappy plastic things. Stick them up your arse and go down.
Do you not see
Take
how
Gary Lineker with you.
how giddy they was when they come to Old Trafford and they was top of the league? The shit that they give United fans. I don't know why Leicester fans. You win one title in 500 years and you think you're the shit. Stop it. You support Leicester. Right, thank you to everybody that sent us in a snap. That was fun. I think we're going to do some more of these. What do you reckon?
Yeah, follow us on Snapchat FTDevils as well because I know you guys like Matchday Mac, and on match days we have Matchday Mac. So yeah, we don't only do these Q&As on Snapchat.
No, we do all sorts of stuff on Snapchat. So if you're not following us on Snapchat, you are
Loads of
missing out.
nudes from him.